Hello everyone, welcome back to some more crosswords. We're going to do the Friday today, or as much of it as we can. It's been a while since I saw a streak encouragement like this. Like, they can't even tell me I solved yesterday. They have to reach, and the kids like, oh, you got 3 Thursdays in a row. It's like, no, just give a one streak of Fridays. Yeah, congratulations. Anyway, here we go. No special title or anything, so... All right, the centerpiece of a luau would be like a spit pig or something, right? A roast pig, maybe? Whoa, wait. The keyboard controls are different than they've been before. I know there's a setting for that, but I haven't changed it. Did they clear all my settings? Okay. I mean, everything else looks the same. Huh. All right. An unruly crowd is rabble. Yeah. They don't say an unruly crowd, right? I said that. And that's there is a difference there. Unruly crowd is rabble, but like an unruly crowd isn't exactly rabble, right? Rabble is what makes up an unruly crowd. Balance for a tree pose. I don't know, some kind of yoga thing probably? Oh, one leg, I bet. Kazakh capital renamed Nur Sultan in 2019, please. I can't get that one. Raps is probably swaddles. E.g. blank L. Yeah, okay, phew. I was like, there's only one thing you could put there, egal, perhaps. And it turns out that yes, because that's what, you know, that's French for like the same. So the same as in France. A comma there would make this clue clearer, but on a Friday they don't have to be clear. Gives credit, you lend to someone if you're giving them credit, like a bank. A fan group. So the obvious reading of this is a group of people who are fans of something, but just like yesterday, this is one where a fan is talking about something that blows air. And what there's a group of in a fan is blades. Well, we're getting close to this, actually. Screen that keeps out bugs, question mark. I mean, it sounds sort of like they're talking about some sort of computer thing, but it could also be some kind of bed, something. It's like, I don't know. That's weird. Yeah, to be supervised by someone is to answer to that person. Where I can't pronounce French, but the berets go on your heads. Têtes. Berets are French for hats, I think. Maybe it's in English it's a specific type of hat. I think in French it might just be a hat. A university bigwig is a president. With 9 down, response to a knock on the door. It's open. Ad campaign featuring mustaches? I don't know. A screen that keeps out bugs is a beta test. Yeah, so you screen the program by beta testing it. Pick. Opt for? I think. Rocky's best friend in the Rocky films, no idea. Register could mean a lot of things. What's this GO2? Oh, I still don't know. 70s rock band that launched the career of Sammy Hagar. Don't know. Docking site during the 80s to 90s. Docking site? Like, when... The only thing I can think of that's 3 letters that has anything to do with docking would be like nom. right? The Vietnam War, but hey, I don't even know if there were. I don't really know where Vietnam is, like Southeast Asia, but like, is it on the coast? I'm not sure. And also, I'm pretty sure that was long before the 80s and 90s, like a 60s thing, right? I Comfort Company. Well, I thought Apple. I thought they pretty much had like trademarked the lowercase I. But fancy pants and hot pants are a thing. So it must be something that starts with S. Small tower or tower, like a tugboat, is a small tower. But we can't fit tugboat here. Coat placed on the ground. So one kind of coat you could place on the ground is like, as an example of chivalry, you could put your coat on the ground over a puddle so that a damsel could walk across the puddle safely. But this, it seems more reasonable to me to be talking about like paint or something like that. I'm not sure how that's 8 letters starting with F though. Tool sharpening aid. A whetstone is too long, and obviously the O would be a conflict. Not sure. Out. Well, that's a little bit too vague. Register. Enroll. You enroll in something if you register in it. Santana? That's too short. Small tower or tower. Oil. Don't you use an oilcloth when you're sharpening things? I don't know if you call it that, but like you use a cloth and oil, so out. I don't know. Makes deceptively attractive. Makes. So like you would make a lure on like a fishing line attractive as a form of deception, but I don't get what they're getting at here. Craps throw called Little Joe. Well, this is promising because it's probably something like 1s or 2s, right? And 1s are snake eyes, so this I think is probably 2s. It could be like a 4-letter total, like 4 or 5. But usually they give nicknames for like specific combinations of 2 dice and not, in general, the sum of the dice. Steady temperament is an even keel? Guess that costs $250? A guess? What the heck does that mean? Bel Canto composer. Do I know any 7-letter composers with an S in the middle? Yeah, but not that I can think of off the top of my head. Probably if I get a few more letters, it'll help. Made more secure for shipping, say. You like taped something down, you boxed it up, you secured it, but secure is in the clue, so. They go down the tubes. Ova, I think, down the fallopian tubes. Do curls say? Exercise, I guess. Or not say, e.g. Kind of pass. Kind of pass. Is a via a kind of pass? I'm not sure. Rights organization whose logo includes a rabbit. I don't know their logo, but it's, well, VC? No, because did I write UCLA? I meant ACLU. But William Tell was given an overture. Topic in driver's ed. Boy, it could be a lot of things, right? Rules? Maybe? One of many in most families. A newspaper figure, abbreviated. Not sure. TV's Burnett and Andrews. Aren't those Carols? Like Carol Burnett and Carol Andrews are people? Actually, wait a minute. I think Carol Andrews is not a name I recognize from television, but the name of a teacher that I had in like 7th grade. So actually, I don't think it is Carol's. It must be something else. Evasive maneuver, probably a zig, as in zigging and zagging. Could be a jag, maybe? I don't know. Former Portuguese territory? I don't know. Brazil? Theater background. I mean, there's the backdrop. There's like, you know, the set is kind of the background. I'm trying to think of a word for the set that's 8 letters. There's lots of other things it could mean, like, you know, an actor has a theater background, for example. They're training. Fix could be just repair. That seems a little too simple for a Friday, though. So I'm actually gonna just pencil that in. Not inside the, not reside in the center of. Out. Something. I don't know. That U is promising enough to put an out there, I guess. Neapolitan song whose first line translates to, "What a beautiful thing is a sunny day." I definitely don't know that. Stop right there is freeze. Opposite of pig out. I mean, someone who eats daintily or doesn't eat much. Dunno. Owned up. If you owned up to something, you fessed up to it. Recurring weekend update character for Gilda, do not know. So let's look at the downs over here, which seem the most accessible. Designates as inaccessible, you ropes off something. Oh, Rossini? Quenches, yes, you satiate a desire if you quench it. PETA. People for the ethical treatment of animals. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it, actually. Oh, they must be Eric's. Photographers' considerations. Oh, no, Aaron's? Because photographers care about angles. This must be stage something. Stage set? To confiscate is to seize. Ah, to not be in the center of something is to outlie it. Growing need, you need a seed. So we'll say a stage set, which is a little bit of a weird phrase, but all right. And ZE makes a lot of sense. Reduce as much as possible is to minimize. One of many in most families. I don't get it. Oracles are seers. I'll pencil in via here, now that I have the I as well. Wall Street deal. Wall Street deal, and it's abbreviated L, yeah, I don't know. How many Guinness World Record attempts are performed? On tape? On camera, maybe? That makes sense. You have to prove you did it, right? Group whose lies are much discussed on TV. Whose lies? Huh, not sure about that. Now, I have some letters here. What's this all about? Do curls. Arm train? No. Arm... I don't know. Where was I? Occupation for the Three Stooges in An Ache in Every Steak. No idea. They could be waiters. Measure equal to about 57 degrees. That must be a radian, right? Yeah, that's close to it. Because they're like 60 degrees, right? Ish. Prairie predator. What's a predator on the prairie? Like lions and tigers, okay, but neither of those are really prairie things, I don't think. Maybe lions, I don't know. But they're too short, obviously. Battle Royal. Isn't it usually Royale? What's this mean? Like with an E at the end. Partners of cones are rods. They work together to help your eyes work. Lead in to cone. I mean, silicone is a thing. I don't know. Let's look at the other downs we haven't seen yet, I guess. Small tower. Or tower. Floor wax is a coat you would place on the ground. Something that's out, it has been released, like a musical album. All right, this XHD is not looking good. So probably something boxed. 8. Age? Is there some universe in which a guess of your age costs $250? I don't think so. Poly? That makes sense. A turret is a small tower. Serta? It could be an oil stone. Something rose? If this were stone. Although A-N-E, I don't like at all. I don't know who Sammy Hagar is, so it's going to be tough without some more crosses. Counteraction. There's so many ways those words could fit together. Like the action of countering something, like to make a counter offer or to prevent something from happening. What action could you take to counter it? An action you could perform on counters, either like things that count or like food preparation surfaces, or those are counters. Or like an action that a person who is a counter, i.e. someone who counts, might take. It ends with a G, so we could maybe guess it could be ing. God, where's my mouse? There it is. And like, what does that do for all these? Do curls. I mean, okay, so I was thinking of curls as in the arm exercise, but there's also like hair, right? You can get your hair curled, or you can curl it yourself, with like a curling iron, right? And this IR blank N could be a reference to a curling iron. But you know what? I just realized that the exercise can also be about iron. You can pump iron, right? I don't quite understand how VIP is a kind of pass. A VIP pass. Got it. So that works. One of many in most families. What? Like, venue fits here, but that's obviously wrong. Oh, a genus. Not a family as in like a group of people, but a categorization of living things. Most families have many genuses in them, sure. I mean, this looks like boxed. I don't know. What the heck? My mouse is acting funny here. It's like there's something over the optical part. It doesn't look like it. But like when I move it, sometimes it doesn't move very much. On the plus side, I did find a USB port that's not like constantly unplugging my mouse, so that's nice. Go truck. On camera, we're still seems plausible. Groups whose lies. Whose lies? Like golfers, you know, when you golf, the ball lands with a lie of some kind. But all right, this must be signs. Oh, it is about golfing. PGA Tour is a group, I guess. And it was Zag instead of Zig, that's all. Have we looked at all the downs now, I think? Yeah. Blank NT Rose. Pant Rose. Gent Rose. I really don't like ANE still. Docking site in the 80s and 90s. M blank blank. Docking site. Mir, the space station. Not about ships at all. Not about water Navy ships, anyway. Makes deceptively attractive. You gild something to make it look attractive. Got Milk had mustaches. Montrose? Mantros, Mentros, Mint Rose? counter action ordering? Yes, you order at a counter in a restaurant. So these, I'm still not really sure about all these, to be honest. That'll be something to revisit if we fill everything else out. So I guess we're looking at the crosses now. Newspaper figure. Your circulation is a thing that newspapers care about. Former Portuguese territory. Ugh, too many A's. Fix. To fix, well, a fix for something is a remedy. I don't know this song. Opposite of pig out is under eat. Oops. Recurring, I must be Roseanne, I guess. That's a name. On camera's looking very good, of course. Occupation for the Three Stooges in an ache in every steak. Icemen? Like, you use a stake like as an ice pick to climb something? I don't know what this means. Prairie predator is a coyote. Whoa. This must be Macau? No. Because Macau is spelled with a U, isn't it? Not an O? What is this with 3 E's in it? A battle royal is a melee. Let me look. What's the difference between a battle royal and battle royale? Because I always thought, like, battle royal has 617 million results, and Google says, did you mean battle royale? But then, like, you look on Wikipedia, and battle royal is the like canonical entry, and royale. I think they're both pronounced royale. Don't get me wrong. But the one without the E is canonical as far as Wikipedia is concerned. Huh. Lead in to cone. All right, what about this across? Oh, jeez. All right. Anocone. Enocone. Oh, a snow cone. Osolemio. All right, I'm happy with on camera at this point. O sole mio. Sure, it sounds Italian, doesn't it? I don't know what it means. Nailed it. 27 minutes. What a kick-ass time for a Friday, huh? Nice. Yeah, Montrose. Ain. What the hell is Ain? Ain guess. When I search for this, I get a bunch of hits for guess clothing. But some of them are like, oh, I didn't include the word ain. And I'm like, yeah, I want the word ain. I don't know what this means. Ain. Ain is a crossword answer that we have spotted over 20 times. Oh, I get it. The Oh man, this isn't one word, it's 2 words. On Wheel of Fortune, it costs $250 to buy a vowel. So you can buy an E. Ugh. Gross. But the rest of this I'm pretty happy with, I think. I don't really love stage set that much. But I had enough context to figure out the ones that I didn't know from the crosses. It's one of the nice things about crosswords in general. All right, let's knock out the mini here. Holder of Scrabble tiles is a rack. Christmas song is probably a carol. Roll for no idea. Monk's home, Tibet probably. Shopper's reminder is a list. Radii, nope. Rab. Oh no. I just like saw the letters. It has to be radii, but not. No, the clue says it's a synagogue leader. Rabbi. Most Saudis and Syrians are Arabs. Night sky streaker is a comet. Oh, Obama, I guess. Monk's home is an abbey. Okay. And these last 2 clues, Clay Thompson, would not have known that. And Cole. Yeah, I could have figured that out. All right, well, that was a nice, very satisfying Friday. How was that compared to my average Friday time? Yeah, 5 minutes slower than my best. Really? My average is 38 minutes. Well, 39, basically. But my average Thursday is 37? It's not that much faster. Huh. But I solve many more Thursdays than Fridays, so I don't know. Probably just don't have that much data on it. Anyway, I guess we're done for today. Right? Yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh, that's not how I stopped the video. All right. Let's try again.